Hello everyone, the 316 here with a Mcfarlane Toys DC Multiverse Collector's Edition figure review. Here, I finally got my Hawkgirl figure in. Took a while to get here. I pre-ordered this through Walmart. It was, I think, $30, $32.99, somewhere in that range. But glad to have Hawkgirl in the collection finally, number 36. Justice League of America Hawkgirl. Get a good look at what she looks like in the package. If you're looking for her in person, it's been a while, but there's the barcode for you. And then the back of the box with the card art. But anyway, let's go ahead and crack her open. We got her out of the package, and I was able to get her to stand up, so she can stand up on her own, despite the weight and size of the wings. But let's go ahead and take a look at her accessories. So she has 3 sets of hands. I believe it's the exact same hands that came with Wonder Woman. So 2 fists, 2 trigger fingers, and then 2 splayed out open hands. There you go. And she also comes with her mace, of course, her nth metal mace. You can't forget that. Very important accessory for Hawkgirl. And unfortunately, it doesn't have a place to store on the back or the belt anywhere. So if you look there, it's stored back here. There's nothing to put it in there. So you'll have to do a custom of that if you really want that. But the mace goes in, I would say, pretty easily. But they always paint their handles, so it's a lot more difficult than you would think to get it in there. But there you go, she's got her mace now. She's still standing up on her own. Pretty cool. Last 2 accessories, she gets a standard stuff. There's her trading card, and the back there, Kendra Saunders, not Shiera. Shiera is the Platinum Chase, which I did not get. No interest since I don't have Platinum Hawkman. But yeah, Kendra here, she's looking pretty good. They mostly reused Wonder Woman, like basically all of the leg reuse, all of the arm, but the wristbands and the shoulder pits are new. I can't tell if they're glued into that piece or if that's a part of the assembly. It looks like it's glued in. Speaking of glued in, I can't twist these forearms for shit. What the heck? What the... Okay. Why would they do that? Is this... These forearms don't twist at all. Do you see that? They're like perfectly cut. Like, these do not twist. Why would they do that? There's no twist in these. I think I see an extra bit of glue on this shoulder piece here, and I think that's what's preventing it from twisting more. Ugh, I do not recommend doing what I just did. It also kind of like deforms the plastic, as you can see. Ugh. Well, I'm not a fan of that, that's for sure. What I am a fan of, though, is these wings, which I do believe are reuse from one of the Batman Who Laughs figures. I'm fine with the reuse. It's, an articulated wing sculpt, which I don't mind at all. And, the wingspan on these is absurd. Like, you could probably get it out more now that yeah. You can get it out more than that, but it starts to break the sculpt. So right about there is what you're looking at. And this is, again, impressive. This is really well done. I don't see a way that you can remove these easily. They're actually pretty bolted in there. Like, there's no way to get them out, really. But plenty of articulation in these wings. Like, look at that. That's crazy. And, of course, you can get them even lower if you really wanted to. But... yeah, good job on the wings. I'm not a fan of the proprietary piece. I would have liked to have swapped these out on Hawkman, but you might be able to twist them off on the back here. I'm trying to see. Yeah, I tried to take them off just by twisting it off, but you're going to need a hair dryer or hot water. But be careful with that. I don't recommend doing that unless you've done it before. While I do like the colors on this, when I look at the card art, this just looks so much better. Like, the more metallic looking green, the paler yellow, and mainly my big issue is how big the eyes are. So here's the head sculpt on the figure compared to the card, and just look how big those eyes are. Like, good God. Like, they could have made those smaller, but they didn't. I don't think the head sculpt's bad, but, like, it just looks weird. That's all I can really say about the head sculpt. I do like the new forearm bracers, though, or wrist bracers, rather. And there's not really much else to see about this figure. They do still use that oversized diaper piece. I mean, of course, it's a new mold, but they could have easily like cut this down just a little bit because it just doesn't look right. Like they give him a wide ass, but there's like no cheek. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that this line isn't very proportional in any figure, but like give me some more proportional figures. Like I think the arms look fine. They're a little long, but I can deal with that. Anyway, articulation. You already saw the forearms and the wings. Head sculpt wise, you get plenty of movement in it. Tilt is good. Looking down, pretty good. Looking up is great, actually. Ab crunch, slight in the front, and when you pull it back, you can see why they made the crotch piece so big. You pull it back, you can kind of see in there. Obviously, there's a shadow, but you get the idea. But yeah, her back's broken, but good for flight poses. I don't know if that midsection piece is reuse. If it is, it's from Last Night on Earth Wonder Woman. She does have the forearm cuffs there. I kind of wish those were in green rather than flesh tone, but I think they're painted, so there might be a different color underneath that flesh tone. She's got full twist in there as well. You saw what the forearms can do, practically nothing. I'm beginning to wonder if these have been swapped accidentally. I'll have to look at my Wonder Woman, but I know that those arms are different on Wonder Woman. Let's see. I just do not like that. Elbows, perfect. Pretty much perfect. Doesn't quite touch the shoulder, but moving the wrist peg does, of course. It's standard wrist peg that you've seen before. It's got the twist, and then you can twist the peg itself. The bracers have a little bit of movement in them. You can twist them, but it does start to show the underneath, which, rocker, pretty good, both sides. And of course you got a double twist there. Although at the base it's very crunchy. Alright, splits. The one good side of having a big diaper piece like this is that it doesn't bunch up as much. It actually doesn't look too bad here. But if you were to cut this, I'd recommend just cutting along like this section here up until you get to like the front here. But I would cut off just a little bit of the diaper piece. There's a lot of overlap. Knee joint, it's the same as the Wonder Woman one, so that's what that can do. Can't kick her own ass. And she's got the swivel here and the hinge, of course. You can pivot, although it doesn't want to pivot on me. There you go, pivot a little bit. And then you got the toe articulation. But anyway, that's Hawkgirl taking a look at. Let's do some size comparisons. I'm going to put her on a stand for this one. It's just going to make it a little easier. Might do it differently this time, but Hawkgirl's wingspan. I'm going to start with that. Let me make sure I get this all on camera. From tip to tip, it is about 13 inches wide at its longest, and then at its shortest, from tip to tip, you're looking at just about 6. So doubles the wingspan just from articulating that. And then if you want to have the wings all the way back, obviously she's going to be top heavy, but if you can hold it, it's about 5 inches in depth. So just to give you an idea. And then height wise, Hawkgirl here, she's at the top of her ears, like 7.5, a little bit closer to 7.75 inches. Just gives you an idea on how big she is. I'm really running out of room, so I'm just gonna do my best here. But here's Hawkgirl. She's taller than Jay almost, like very close to it, at least the top of the head. You can see Hawkman back there, and obviously she doesn't have a gold helmet, but gives you an idea. That's the non-plat Hawkman. So that's kind of what they look like together. Dr. Fate. Let's go up a couple shelves here. I might put her up here with my Justice League, but next to Wonder Woman, yeah, she's taller than Wonder Woman and Power Girl. That's kind of crazy, don't you think? But yeah, I'm pretty sure they have the same forearms, but something's different up there, because Wonder Woman turned fine, but Hawkgirl's didn't. And here's Hawkgirl with all the usual suspects, of course. I'm not going to name them all off, but Marvel Legends, other DC Multiverse, wrestling figures, Black Series. You get the idea. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this Hawkgirl figure. Are you hunting down the platinum? Let me know. Don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe, and hit the bell. It all helps out the channel. And as always, peace